Hiya, I'm Nix, and welcome to my YouTube channel and my first YouTube video. That's a little bit exciting. In today's video, we will be doing the challenge of how many can I make in a day. I will be making dishcloths as previously shown using the yarn that is now being shown, which is Portercraft crochet cotton in an array of colours as you can see in the background, along with Flinders cotton from Spotlight and my trusty 4.5mm hook, which I bought from Etsy. Isn't it stunning? I did make the red square ahead of schedule. I made it yesterday to use today as a reference, so that one won't be going into the count. But let's get this thing started. As you can see here, if you ignore my adorable home screen, I am starting at 7:52. I will also be using two different greens, a darker green, a lighter green, and again the black, which I will show you in a moment. These are the colours that will be going into the first square we will be making for today. I suppose I should tell you a little bit more about the squares. They are roughly 30 stitches across. I'm recording this like a month after making the squares, and I did the moss stitch for about 30 rows up in order to make each square. For those of you who don't know, the moss stitch is a combination of single crochets and chain stitches using the US terminology. So you will do a single crochet, chain one, skip a space, single crochet for the whole row, and then on the way back you will work into your chain one spaces, which creates a dense but also nice texture, particularly for dishcloths, which is what we are making. Watching the footage once more, I can see that I am now chaining along to start my next dishcloth. So I might leave you with a little bit of music, and I will come in and check in when we have something more interesting to talk about. I continue to make some more progress off camera as I am showing you here. Doesn't it just look stunning with these colours? It is also now 8:53. I think I stopped for breakfast, but let's just continue on with this square. And that is the first square of the day done. Yippee! I finished this square right at 9:10, as I have just shown you here, before moving on to my next square. Ooh, camera change. Can you tell I'm new at this? I'm still trying to find the best layouts, the best camera positions. But anyway, about this square, I am using an even paler green and a tealy blue to make my next square, along with the black obviously. This square starts like all the others with a massive chain, so here I am chaining, before I show you a little more in detail on how to do the moss stitch, but believe me, this is not a tutorial. Sorry for the abrupt camera change, but now I'm showing you a cool transition of how I finished it. Look at those colours and look at that time. I finished one in, what, 50 minutes? That's pretty good, but here we are, on to the next one. I'm not entirely sure what happened for the next half hour, but I am back again to work on the next square. I will be using a grey, an off-white colour, and of course the black to make my next square, so let's get right into it. And I finished another square. This one took me about 45 minutes to complete, and I'll add it to the pile. My next square included 2 oranges, so let's have a look how these look together. With yet another square done, I came back to my table to record some more videos, and I found no one but a little Tori. Tori is my tabby tortie cat, and I love her dearly, but she has an obsession with my crochet. I can't help her though, she's so cute. I went ahead and did some work off camera. I was watching TV at the time, and in that time I made this blue and black square. This white, the off-white, and the white, a white Flinders from Spotlight instead of the black. And then the same thing here with the pink and again the white. I had some white left and I was trying to use it up. These squares took me till about 4:35, give or take. And then I made a start on my next squares, and of course I had another visitor. Same visitor, still Tori. I've said it before and I'll say it again, Tori loves laying on my crochet pieces. But about this square, as you can see, I am using a white, a dark green and a dark blue to make this multi-toned square. And with the snip of the scissors, I have finished another square. So I'm just finishing off before adding it to the pile. While I make a start on the next square, I thought I might explain why I did this. So this was a twofold project. The first one was Christmas was coming up, and I ended up giving these to family members as part of their Christmas present. The other reason was I made a giant star blanket using all of these cottons, and it is stunning. But I also had to bulk buy a lot of the colours, which meant I resulted in more yarn than I knew what to do with. So I used this project as a stash buster. This square is now also done. I did it in a light green and a teal, and it took us to about 6:15. From here, I now go through and show you all the squares in their glory and detail, so you can see how many I made. I would like to note I did go in and weave in all the ends. after recording this. I just couldn't be bothered doing it on the day. And with the last of the squares showing through now, I just want to say thank you for watching my first video, and I hope to see you in my next video. The goal is to post weekly on a Saturday or a Sunday my time, but we'll see if I hold true to that. And for the moment of truth, I was able to make 10 squares. Alright, I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Bye!